Hello there! I'm Scotty, you're not. Well, I've reviewed all of the Ninja Turtles, I visited them, so now it's time to stop and give a ranking, because I'm not sure what kind of ranking I did last time, so I didn't do it anyway. So there's 7 Turtle movies that I did in this series, so number 7, the worst of the 3. Now, I need to say this. I have nostalgia for certain movies, and I don't hate any of these. But there is one that I really do not like, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. This time watching it, it really got to me. Because it's like, it's like they promised us all this stuff. Casey Jones, Krang, Bebop, and Rocksteady, and they ruined every single thing that they said they were giving us. Bebop and Rocksteady are here. All they do is tell dick jokes the whole movie. It's Casey Jones, but not really, because he doesn't have long hair and he wants to be a cop, which is not Casey Jones at all. Krang is here, but doesn't sound anything like him and is barely in the movie. But the Shredder's back, and he's not a Transformer anymore. Oh, he's frozen by Krang? Okay, well... Well, what's left? Oh, they're going to go through the same problems they had in the first film. But this time, there's a subplot about how they could turn into human, but Leonardo just says, no, we're not doing that. And even though there's a little huffing and puffing, they ultimately decide not to do that, which is a bit of a waste, I guess. And it's about acceptance. Acceptance. I will say this, and I didn't mention this in my revisit, but it did feel like in Mutant Mayhem they were beating you over the head with the acceptance plot. But here, I don't know, it works, but it's just not. No, it's not that. No, it just no. Number 6 is TMNT from 2007. Now, from this point on, I'm fine with any of these movies. And this one is there's just that. It's fine. It's a fine little middle of the road kind of movie. It works for what they were trying to do. The cast, like I said, I want Sarah Michelle Gellar and Chris Evans to play those characters in live action. Maybe not anymore. They're kind of old. Quit slamming the goddamn door! Damn. Did not realize when they slam the door, it shakes the whole apartment. Yeah, but the story is that the villain is not very good because it's just some rich dude, and he's not really the villain. It's his ancestor, brothers and sisters who are statues. I don't know. Number 5 is going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. And I know you're asking me, Scotty, where's a certain movie? Where's a certain movie? I told you I have nostalgia. We'll get to it. But like Mutant Mayhem takes the form of the Ninja Turtles and flips it on its head with similar animation to that of Spider-Verse, but not exactly. What it does with the animation is pretty good. I don't know why I keep saying this, but April is black. At least they do her hair. She has red hair, so that's the thing where I don't see this obsession with making her black. She's never been black in the comics, and it's that terrible Rise of the Teen Ninja Turtles cartoon that started it, and we just need to stop. But and you know, I was thrown off about how they sound like kids, but I guess it works because they're teenagers. It should sound like that, but I don't know. I always thought of them as older teenagers. My nose will not stop itching. I'm so sorry. But yeah, Jackie Chan is great as Splinter. They're teasing the Shredder for a sequel. So, yeah. Number 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, not Turtles in Time. Yeah, I'm telling you. Okay, I have nostalgia for these 3 movies specifically. I can admit that it's a bad movie. It looks cheaper, but to me, some of the jokes still land. it's still within the same continuity as the first two, so it feels like the same turtles. And you got some of the actors coming back. Kevin Clash isn't there, but Elias Koteas is, and yeah, to me it feels like the same as the first two, just cheaper. And I have nostalgia for it, and I've never outright hated it like some other people do. And I certainly didn't try to chop the VHS in half, James. But yeah, I never hated it. So, yeah. Number 3 is the 2014 Ninja Turtles movie. This was refreshing, I guess. MC Mikey. MC Booker. Yeah, yeah, you say what you want about Megan Fox. At least in this one, she gave a shit. She didn't care in the other one. I think that William Fichtner is one of the greatest villains. It should have just been the Shredder. Y'all should have shut the hell up and stopped whining. And I think that if they left that Shredder twist in, this would be better. Not higher up, but it would be better than it is, because I think people are just whining and complaining. But William Fichtner is a great actor. He plays a great villain. And because they had already filmed most of the stuff, they just had to insert the Shredder into it. So it's really the same movie, but the extra Shredder scenes don't work. Especially when you try to transfer the Shredder as the main villain to the next one, and you know nothing about him because all the backstory was for another guy. But, yeah. And I don't mind Will Arnett, okay? Leave him alone. I still don't know what the hell he's trying to say in that one scene. It's froth. Foam. Froth. Foam. They say it's like candy, And then look at you, and they say, look at you, you're candy. And you just said, what the hell is he talking about? You don't know what he's talking about, but, whatever. Number 2 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. The Secret of the Ooze, which is a movie that, much like the 2014 one, had some meddling. Weren't allowed to use Bebop and Rocksteady. Had to have less fighting in it. The parents were even complaining about friggin' sausages being used. Despite the fact they're only used in the opening, and where are you gonna find sausages like that for your kids to fight with? Whatever. I like David Warner. He's fantastic, of course. Corey Feldman's gone, but the guy they got to replace him is still pretty good. Paige Turco is pretty good as April, Francois Cho is a good Shredder. And of course the others. I think it works. What they're trying to do. And I don't think it's that far removed from the first one. I can still see it as a successor. It's not far off. Even the third one I never thought was that far off. But anyway, yeah. So number 1 is the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What else can you say about this movie? This was what we wanted. It is literally what we wanted. It's like we're getting away with something. We got the Turtles. They're live action on the big screen, and they're saying, damn, Ninja Keep the damn rabbit. Damn! They're yeah. I don't know why that was my touchdown. Yeah. From the second one, but yeah. You got a violence that you need. This is the ultimate Turtles fan movie. This is what they want. And then the parents got all whiny and complaining. And yeah, but it stands the test of time as one of the best comic book movies of all time, because that's what it is. It brought from both the comic book and a TV show, but it's mostly comics. One of the best superhero movies of all time, because that's what it is. And it's fan-fucking-tastic. I don't know what else to say. So there's my ranking. Yeah. I bet y'all would put 3 at the very bottom, but I get enjoyment out of it, okay? Oh, I swallowed a frog. I hope I'm not an ancestor. No, it doesn't, because frogs are amphibians and turtles are reptiles. No matter what Full House says about Jesse's turtle, they keep saying, I love that amphibian. He's a reptile. Just saying. So what are your thoughts? What is your ranking of the Ninja Turtles movies? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.